joined the Air Force right out of high school, served my time, and was discharged. And I wanted to be a teacher, so I went to Arkansas State College, which is now Arkansas State University, and got a degree in teaching elementary school, and coached JV, and I was able to coach football. So I got my first job in a suburb of Detroit called Wayne, and taught there for a year, and I just realized that I couldn't handle the big city. So I said, I'm either going back home or I'll find a small set town somewhere. And someone gave me the idea to come north, and I did. Applied in Boyne City, got the job, taught school here, and coached JV football for about 6 to 7 years, and got a job as a probation officer for district court, and then was hired as a deputy and became sheriff in '77, and served as a county sheriff for 32 years. I wrote first book was Charlevoix County's contribution to World War II. And it was interesting that my timing, and it wasn't my timing, but the timing of doing the book was perfect. Because people said, Sheriff, people aren't going to talk about their experiences in World War II. And I says, well, I'm going to give it a try. And I kind of geared myself for 15 minutes per interview. Sometimes I spent an hour and a half on an interview. I only had one person turn me down of all over 200 people I interviewed. And he said he would talk to me if I paid him. And I wasn't about to pay him, so I didn't get his story. But the others, contrary to what people were telling me, they were anxious to tell their story. And they said, we feel we're entering the twilight years of our life, and we'd like for our family and our community to know what we did. So, great stories. Stories which you can see in the book will bring tears to your eyes and make you very proud. In the small county of Charlevoix, we had representatives, soldiers, sailors, Marines, airmen, in every battle you can think of in World War II. And we had, for every job assignment in all of those branches, we had somebody doing that particular job. And so it was, Charlevoix County gave a good representation of what was going on in World War II. And every job that I ever had, every experience I ever had, I think was, unbeknownst to me, was preparing me for, I think the Lord had an assignment for me. And I hope I did a good job. I decided that I would not take any profit from the 3 books. So I put it all into an account, and to help veterans and to recognize particular situations during World War II. And I was very instrumental in getting the Boyne City War Memorial Park going. Got that, paid for a lot of that out of this account. And I've also got little monuments in Hayes Township, Melrose Township, Norwood Township, recognizing the veterans that are buried there on this monument. And I've been real blessed to be able to do that, bring them recognition. There was a family called the Bricks, and 5 boys and 1 girl, and the mother and father had passed away. So the older sister, the oldest, who was the sister, kind of became the matriarch of the family. And they were didn't have a lot of money. They worked very hard collectively, all the boys, to get food on the table and clothing and for everybody. And people that I've talked to that knew the family said in the wintertime they would deliver groceries and newspapers on their sleds, and in the summertime they would deliver anything that they could to people to make money and they were just a very hard-working family. Then World War II started, and the youngest of the boys decided to enlist. Which he did. He walked from Boyne City to Boyne Falls to catch the bus to go down for his physical. And his first letter home was to his brothers. He says, "You can't believe this. I have more food to eat than I've ever had in my life." He says, "I have more clothes to wear than I've ever had." And he says, "I've always got money in my pocket." He said, it's not all that bad. And so as time went on, all 5 of the boys joined or were drafted. And as that occurred, they lost one of the sons, one of the brothers. And then they lost another. And they were kind of under the supervision by the court when they were growing up by Dr. Conkle from Boyne City. And Dr. Conkle told the matriarch's sister, "You can apply through the government if you've lost your brothers, 2 brothers, to get the other ones discharged, or at least assigned to a non-combat area." So she got the paperwork, sent it to the government, and she was denied because the government said that only the parents can sign this. And of course the parents passed. So shortly thereafter, they lost the 3rd one. So the 3 boys were, 2 survived the war, but they lost 3. And the 2 boys that survived came back, married, had children. Both of them retired from Penn-Dixie Cement Plant in Petoskey, and had good lives. And you'll see the photographs in the book. It shows individual pictures of each one of them, of all 5. And then it also shows a scene that just brings tears to my eyes every time I look at that. At the Boyne City Cemetery, they got the 3 caskets set up on sawhorses, I guess, and they're draped with American flags. And there's the American Legion and the VFW in their uniforms standing at attention during the ceremony. And it's just a touching picture to see those 3 caskets holding the 3 boys. And when I did the book, I don't know why I didn't think of this. You know, we've seen the movies about Saving Private Ryan. History has really done a lot with the Sullivan brothers, who were sailors. They lost 3. And I don't know why I didn't pick up on that and say, we need to recognize this family more than just in the book. And so I don't know, I woke up one morning about a month ago, and it was like a light bulb went on. It says, "George, you got to do something about this. You're in a position so you can." And so I talked to one member of the family, sons, the grandsons that's still living, and he gave me the green light and said, "We'd like for you to continue with that." And I told him that I wouldn't put anything out there that the family didn't approve of. So got that started, and I'm going to have a monument in the park where the flags are. And I'm thinking about what kind of a monument would bring recognition to them. I don't want just a regular stone or something of that nature. I want something a little more unique, because this is national attention, seriously, because of the other families that have gone before that have lost sons like that. Mainly the Sullivans in the movie itself, which was a fictional movie, but still told a story. And so what I'm thinking of is I don't know if you've watched World War II movies where a soldier dies and they take his rifle with a bayonet and put it in the ground and put his helmet on top. And so I'm thinking about doing that. Three rifles with their helmets, and then there a little plaque on the side with a picture of each of the boys with a little bit about their history in the service. So I'm hoping that material is going to cost the taxpayers a penny. I'll pay for it all myself out of this special fund that I have from the sale of the books. So I'm excited to get this going. So Charlevoix County can be very proud of their heritage.